I have done a few editions of Fine Morning Commutes so as to show ways of improving buses, trains, airplanes, even the roads and highways that we travel on. Without them and the people who work on them, as well as the governments and organizations that fund them, it would be harder to get to and from work, school, and other places. That's why am I neither for nor against different transit agencies or transit advocates. In fact, if you follow me on Twitter at Journal Projects, I try not to say anything negative about companies that are known to have bad reputations. Many use public transit every day to go to and from places. However, as more jobs become available, more will depend on the roads and rails to go beyond what they can bear. For instance, New York City is known as the city that never sleeps, meaning that different restaurants, businesses, even subway systems stay open 24/7. Now, I am not suggesting that public transportation should shut down every night. While preparing for this video, I've been posting on Twitter that it is not just how we commute that needs to improve, but where we commute to as well. Almost like marriage, you can't expect for your spouse to change if you don't make changes yourself. If governments and agencies keep building wider roads and adding bigger and longer conveyances to their fleet and our destinations don't improve themselves, we will still have the same problems that they are meant to prevent. You cannot try to build the future without knowing anything about today, and that's where modern education comes in. Many places fashion their educational system by the local workforce. For instance, the school bell is inspired by bells that were used in factories during the Industrial Revolution. Although most of the work environment has changed over time, the school system hasn't. As cities grow, so do our schools, and that could cause problems for some commuters. Here in New York City, a typical day of class goes from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. Although some kids take the school bus, there are others that may travel by other means, and that could cause congestion at or near public and or charter schools. What could the educational system do to improve traffic? The answer is simplifying the curriculum to last no more than 3 hours a day per student. You would have the option of enrolling your child into one of two programs: the morning program from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. or the afternoon program from 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. Once the morning program students are dismissed, space is made available for the afternoon program students. Fewer cars will crowd the school area at a time, and school buses will not hold up traffic as long since there will be fewer children in the morning and afternoon. How would our workplaces improve traffic along with the educational system? What if many workers had a workplace only a few feet away from their own bed? The answer is to have more businesses switch from work in the office to work at home. Not as many people would drive or take public transportation, which would make the roads even clearer. Of course, in order for this to fully happen, local communities will have to make sure that wireless connections is up to date. Now, this doesn't mean that every office job will be at home. For instance, administration, finance, human resources, and other similar occupations would need to stay at a public office. We also need people on site for utilities, manufacturing, and other needs. Nevertheless, think of the benefits if everyone cooperates. We count on public transportation to be as reliable as possible. So when transit agencies have unfavorable circumstances and expect us to pay more money, ridership decreases. Sometimes they ask for more money to assess the problems or create potential solutions. If the schools and workplaces could apply these suggestions, transit agencies will not need to spend as much money on potential improvements. Instead, they will work on making cheaper solutions for our benefit. What are your thoughts? Tell us in the comment section, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Also, follow me on Twitter at Journal Projects, where I announce new uploads here on YouTube, express my thoughts on public transportation, and ask companies different questions so as to help me come up with new videos.